Okay, The Predator was the 2018. I, well, I think this one kind of says that The Predators, the last kind of reboot with Adrian Brody, kind of ignores that one. This one is just your terrestrial based times in which predators have shown up on the planet. This time the military gets a hold of one. And of course, like most things the military does, they take it to a secret underground location to study it. And they bring in a biologist. Okay. Well, more like astrobiologist, played by Olivia Munn. This film seems to do a really... There's some unique concepts that the Predators are doing. Like why they're going to different planets. I liked that. They use some different styles of Predator. I like the primary one that you see early on. Like the design of it. You can tell it looks a lot more in the prosthetic world instead of the CGI style. There's some other variants that don't quite work as well. I don't want to give any spoilers. I'll say one is very much reminding me of Blade Trinity. And they do a good job actually developing the human characters for the most part. Because of course the military person in the first act who finds the Predator and then helps disperse some of the equipment ends up being held with a bunch of other individuals who add a nice amount of freshness to the overall plot. But this film is kind of Predator action, 15-20 minutes of people moving and exposition, and then Predator action, and then 15-20 minutes of, go to point A to point B, light character building, Predator moment. I felt like it needed a little bit more Predator-ness to it than what it had. A lot of it was more just kind of, here's the human-to-human conflict. Oh, and by the way, there's also an alien bounty hunter out and about with a laser cannon mounted to his shoulder. A really big helmet. There are some moments with the kid that I found to be interesting. And the young male lead in this does a pretty good job for what he's asked to do. And there are some moments that, if you were picked on as a young kid, you kind of go, yeah, that's pretty sweet. I dig that moment. I dig that moment a lot. I love the design of the primary Predator's helmet. That was really good, nice and sleek to it. With still having some of the damage to it. I thought that was great. The things that they do to change up the Predator mythos a little bit, not bad. And the ending really does scream sequel. But I almost wish, maybe, just maybe, we saw Alien vs. Predator. They tried RoboCop reboot, didn't do as well. Now, Aliens and Predators did fight other characters, like Judge Dredd. Last movie didn't do that well, but it was entertaining. As well as RoboCop. Maybe for the next round of Predator films, they try to do a Predator versus RoboCop. Try to build this just really bizarre sort of mismatched universe where it's got, aliens and Predators can still, Predators can still show up in modern time. What if they showed up in a future time and they took on a RoboCop in the Detroit-based area? Well, if they go to the time of Judge Dredd, why not go to different planets? Why not really mix it up and take it differently? Because it's a great concept, and in comics it can go everywhere. But in comics you have the ability to do anything because you just have to draw it. You don't need to animate it. I'm almost thinking we're getting to that point where they need to start taking those concepts and really, really kind of pushing them out there. Actually, in the world of comics, the Justice League even fought Predators. And Superman and Batman have fought Predators. Batman did an amazing series fighting a Predator. Maybe if they can't get a good Batman story to work, Warner Brothers decides to go, you know what? We're going to do something drastically different. Yeah, we're going to do a crossover movie. Make rated R. We're just going to do a Wicked Batman fighting Predator. Maybe do a trilogy.